Alright guys, we're at the Vice still, and I haven't been here the whole time because this is the next day. I'd be staying here getting tired by now, wouldn't I? It's looking like Bison's probably going to be moving. God, I dread this. But I've definitely got to get the trailer done. I've still got to put the spring hangers under it. I still got to put the tongue on it, and I don't really have to put the tail or the ramps on it, but I like to go ahead and get that on there so it can carry itself when I pull the trailer. So look forward to that coming up real soon, within the next couple of days. I've got to install some ceiling fan lights next door. I'm kind of hoping that that happens before I leave, or before I move, if we move, so that I'm not obligated to this park no more. When I leave a place, I want to leave it done. It's in the past, it's gone. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and finish shaping up our hinges that we're going to mount. So I'm going to turn my music on and let you guys hear some music. And there we have two matching hinges. Now let's see how they're going to fit. Alright, so basically what we're going to do, we don't want these separated until they're drilled. They're going to, I'm hoping that they will work just like that right there. I don't know yet how that's going to work. Yeah, I might have to go ahead and separate these. Alright, so we're going to have these. They'll go in there just like that. May have to do some shortening on the top, but that's basically the idea that we come up with. Now this will be on the inside, and then the lid will go on there just like that. And then this will go back like that. Let's see how far it'll go around. Well, we're going to probably have to make this just round it off right there until a certain point. Won't know until we get the hole plugged and everything else, but I'm going to put this project on hold for now, simply because I've got too many other things that's got to be taken care of right now, and because of Bison moving the shop location. This is the beauty part. This is exactly why I have my shop in an RV. If I didn't have this RV, I would be in real trouble right now, because there's no building there to house my tools until I do get something built. You know, I can just hook to it. I ain't got to move any of these tools. These tools don't ever have to be moved again unless I'm selling it or replacing it or whatever. See, I got to make daggone sure that this is the right move for me. And to be quite honest with you, I thought about maybe that's what my legacy is. Maybe that's what I'm meant to do, is to fix everybody's stuff up for them. And if that's the case, maybe I ought to start a business where the Bison Workshop goes to people's houses, whoever's got a house they want restored or fixed up or whatever. I move in it, fix it up, stay there a year or two, get it all fixed up, and then wait for the next person to put themselves on the waiting list for Bison to come and restore their trailer or their house or whatever. Just depends on what the job is and how long it would take me and the health that I'm in, and there's a lot to keep in account. Never happened, but it's a pretty decent idea. So for somebody who was able to do it, I wouldn't be able to do it. You know, I hurt all the time, man. So, you know, I'm hurting right now with my back. Feel like somebody done broke me in half today. And I really haven't done nothing. That little bit of grinding you just seen was about it. But man, everything I've got is heavy. Everything out in that building's got to come in here. Everything that's outside has to come in here. So I've got to bring all my ladders in, all my yard tools, all my piping, all my steel bars, a rack that I'm going to have to take apart, my metal rack or pipe rack, and it's probably rusted to the point where I'm going to have to grind the bolts out of it. So it was an old oil tank stand. So I'm going to take it with me because it's mine, and I'll just have to take it apart and put it in here, stack it all in here. So basically, this shop is going to house everything that's not on the inside of the house. Then I'm thinking maybe, depending on how much it's going to cost, just rent a U-Haul and carry everything in the house one trip. And I can use my truck to pull the trailer. That would be 2 trips for me on my pickup, and then we'd go rent the U-Haul and then make the last load with the U-Haul. I'm hoping for 10 or 15 miles down the road they ain't going to charge me a whole heck of a lot. and replacing the gas wouldn't be very much, or diesel or whatever it is. But we're waiting on Time Warner cable. I've done called them. I've done called Duke Power, and Duke Power, plain and simple, you call them, you have it scheduled for the date you're going to move in it, and they just turn this one off and turn that one on, or I can leave this one on for a day or so, or that one on for a day or so I can fix it up before we actually start moving in it. Some of them things I'd like to fix before I move in it, because where I got to put everything, it would be the same as if I had put it all in there and then immediately got to take it back out. So just go ahead and fix the floor in the office, which is going to be that front room in the last video you seen. That's going to be the office, and there's a hole in the corner, and I have a feeling that that office floor, the front room, is going to have to be completely redone with a whole new floor on top of that. Just a subfloor is all it needs. Probably 3/4 inch tongue and groove OSB. All the floor that trailer will ever need, as long as nobody lets the roof leak. The living room and had a lot of mold in it. Both them chairs, the black one and the other one, both of them are, it's just infested with green mold. So that ain't no good. Let's see. The floor has to be fixed in front of that back door, and got to replace some lights in the laundry room. I think those were lights. They might have been those AC powered smoke detectors. I'm not sure what year they came out in those for trailers, but the one that was right above the dryer that was looking for the switch for, and I seen another one in there somewhere, and I'm wondering if those wasn't, because of the spacing they had it in between the house, it looks like it would be the place for a smoke detector, so, or where they'd want one. So I'm thinking that's what those were, but I'm not sure. Be nice if I had an owner's manual for that trailer. I wonder if you can even get an owner's manual. Got to redo the deck, and unless I have a lot of resources that hits me all of a sudden, I don't see that porch getting done anytime soon. I hate to see that, because I might have to just tear that one down, take it all apart, piece by piece, choose the good, throw away the bad, use that in our bonfires, and just put together however big of a deck that I can get with what's left over of that wood. It might be the same size as the front porch by the time we're said and done. As long as we have something that we can work with to go out on. And I don't remember if I seen a set of steps there or not. I'll have to build steps for it. I've got some wood, but I ain't got a whole lot. Might have to sacrifice my outside bench. I kind of like that big old bench out there. So we'll see. I'm gonna work this deal, man. I got to. This will get me out of debt, and if I do it right, you know, I believe that there's 6 months worth of work to that trailer to constitute me getting 6 months worth of rent. I think that would be fair. and he has told me that he let his buddy stay there for 6 months for free to help him out. So he sounds like a pretty nice guy, and I do plan to fix his trailer. And that's what I'll do. I'll just tell him, look, I'll fix the trailer, and even help with getting the tree down, or trees. I'd like to talk him into taking all of them down, because I'd hate to do all that work to a trailer and then one little windstorm come in and just ruin it for everybody. I can't afford that. You know, it's hard enough to move and find a place that's cheap enough for me to deal with. And it has to be the fixer-uppers. If I could afford $1,000 a month, I'd never need for a place to live. I'd already have a house with a full basement in it and a garage, you know, for $1,000 a month. You're not going to find that with my budget. My budget is $300 or $400 at the max. And I mean, that is squeezing to no luxuries whatsoever. So we have to make our own luxuries, like bonfire pits and outdoor log chairs or benches, and make our surrounding look good. And I can do wonders to that place that I'm moving to. It's got potential to be a beautiful place. And then we got to get a lawnmower. So hopefully I can put an ad up now that because by the time I move, I'm going to have the trailer ready to use. By then, I might be able to put an ad up for people with just scrapping old lawnmowers and just get a bunch of them and fix one up and scrap the rest of it. Fix one up out of all of them. So there's people out there that give stuff away like that, and you know, sometimes you have to use that resource. There's no shame in asking. What can they do? Tell you no? You know? So I'm gonna get off here. I'm probably boring you guys to death, and it's gonna be interesting, guys. Could use some prayers. You guys have a good one. Later.